Welcome to our new Raptor Rehabilitation Centre. The Raptor Rehabilitation Centre is here to look after our birds of prey, all the birds like the eagles and the hawks and the owls that come through the Australian Wildlife Health Centre. They're injured, they're unwell, and we get them better, but then they need to get fit. The centre is really cleverly positioned right next door to the hospital, and the reason for that is so the veterinary staff can be close at hand to watch the birds, but to do it unobtrusively so they're not so stressed. Enough talking about it from the outside. Let's go in because it's really cool. So this is our amazing space. This is a circular flight that goes around 100 metres that allows us to fly birds and get them fit. In this way, they don't have to stop. They just keep going. This flight space actually has a dual purpose. It allows us to initially assess the flight of injured birds, so we can put them in here and watch them fly and see if their flight is symmetrical or asymmetrical, or whether there's a particular droopy part of the wing, or whether there's a particular aspect of their flight that we can correlate to an injury. The second part of this is flight fitness. So we're going to put birds in this space and let them fly multiple loops until they can do it without running out of breath. We also like to see them land on these perches because that allows us to see if birds can use their legs appropriately and slow down their flight and time landings. So the more astute of you might have realised that that's a long way up and I'm a long way down. And if birds can actually fly, we're going to struggle to catch them. So that's why these babies are here. These are great big curtains that come across the whole of the flight and allows us to stop birds when they're actually flying. Then hopefully they'll be directed back here into where they've come to think of as home. It's their secure spot. And in here, we can have the bird just resting. It gets fed in here. It gets its quiet time. And when we want to fly them again, we can drive them from the door back here and back out into the flight centre, and they can do their exercise again without any handling, so it's stress-free. So it does look really grand outside, but this centre is designed to go right from the first stage of the rehabilitation process to the end. So in here we have smaller rooms for when the birds are immobilised and we don't want them actually flying around. So we pop them in there when they've initially got pins in, or if they're having a fracture repair. So that's where we pop them there. Once they have the pins out and we can allow them to flap the wings more to start building up strength, we move through to the next stage, which will be the rooms that the birds will go out into, like we showed you before. And then, of course, once they're ready to fly and be properly rehabilitated, they head out into the flight. In the last 12 months, we've treated 63 raptors at the Australian Wildlife Health Centre. They're all birds that will benefit from a facility like this. The most common reason we see raptors coming into the Australian Wildlife Health Centre is due to car accidents. The Raptor Rehabilitation Centre has been a long-held dream for a lot of the staff here that work at Healesville Sanctuary, and so it is with sincere gratitude that I'd like to thank the Victorian Government for supporting this project and all the amazing anonymous donors, because without you guys, this wouldn't have happened. Now we have the most amazing facility to help the rehabilitation of these birds and send them back out into the wild in the best possible physical condition.